Hi, it's Tino from Tino Vo Shop. So I was teaching people how to make the Chrome application not chipping on them. And this is lesson number 2. I'll show you how to make your Chrome design not chipping on you. So when it comes to secure and protect Chrome application or Chrome design toward it's non-chipping on you, I have 3 different lessons. One is how to secure full cover Chrome, which is a whole nail like this. Or number 2 is how to secure Chrome design, which is something like this. Or number 3 is how to secure 3D Chrome design, which is something like this, where it's embossed. And this lesson is how to secure Chrome design. So I'm gonna show you. First, I need to show you how to apply Chrome. I have this nail with me, and first, before I design and wrap on Chrome, I need to apply Teflon mat, because Teflon mat is built to what is non-stick to Chrome. So when you apply one coat of Teflon mat onto this background, what it would do is that it would isolate Chrome. Chrome would not stick to this anymore. So let's cure this Teflon mat layer for 60 seconds. And then I will take out a gel to design. So I'm using Metal Effect gel. Now this is a type of gel paint that allow you to rub on Chrome and it's gonna be all shiny. Now when people learning visually, when they learning too quick, what a lot of people think is just because the gel is black that you can apply on Chrome, and that's not the case. It's a formula. The color doesn't have anything to do with it. So I will take this, and my Teflon mat is already dry. Let me apply Chrome on for you so you can see how it works. So when I rub on Chrome, it does right off. Chrome did not stick on this. So now you can take this gel, this Metal Effect gels, and you can draw on here. I'm just gonna be very brief on my pattern that I use. I'm not teaching you the pattern or the design. I'm teaching you how to protect this Chrome from chipping. And I am using my 10mm liner brush, by the way. I use this a lot. I use this brush constantly because it's so versatile. You can do everything. And after I done and cure for 60 seconds, and most of my product are curing for 60 seconds, by the way, and I am going to rub on Chrome right after, and what it would do is that it would only stick onto this black design right here. It's not gonna stick onto the background because I already applied Teflon mat on the background, so it's completely Chrome proof. One more line here. I like to fill in the design completely. That's just my taste. You can do whatever. And don't judge me on the design. I'm just gonna briefly making something. Just in freestyle. Okay, so after I'm done, I am going to cure this 60 seconds. And I am going to take out my gold solid Chrome. Now I want you to watch this. It's like magic. I'm just rubbing it on, and the Chrome will voluntarily stick onto the design, and the background completely clean. This is a miracle for a lot of people. It's like magic. That thanks to Teflon mat. It's completely isolate the Chrome. You also want to take a clean shadow applicator and you want to rub on this just to take up any excess Chrome, and now you are ready to top coat. So before I explain for you that, I need to explain for you why Chrome chips. So this is your foundation in the bottom. I'll move everything up here. Okay, I am gonna draw out a bar, and this is a foundation layer. In this case, the layer is a nude and the Teflon mat. So in the middle, I have my gold chrome. I'm gonna use gold just so it makes sense to you. But this layer is a gold chrome or any kind of chrome that I have right here. And then the top coat is on top. Now, when people apply top coat, they tend to just apply on the chrome and assuming that it will keep the chrome from chipping, and it's not the case. Mainly because when the chrome sticking onto the gel, in this case metal effect gel or whatever foundation is sticking onto, top coat don't really stick to chrome because chrome is foreign material. Top coat will just lay on it. So when you have a nails like this and you should apply top coat on, when people go home, it will chip. It will chip within like a week or 2 weeks, it chips. So that's why people tell you that when you apply top coat, you need to seal the edge. Because of that reason, because chrome, when it's laid on the surface, you need to venture out to here, right outside of this. So this layer of top coat will stick to the foundation completely, and it will trap your chrome inside, like encapsulation it. So your chrome not gonna chip because of the edge. So the edge, that is where you solve your problem. That's why people keep telling you, remember, apply on the edge, because there is no chrome on the edge. So it will stick on along this line right here and completely surrounded the chrome, so it's protect the chrome. So when it comes to design, same thing, but on the design, the differences is when you apply, you don't have to seal the edge because there's nothing on the edge. This is not a full cover chrome now. This is just a design. So when you think about it, there's gel around the chrome. So if you want to put top coat on this chrome, you can just by applying shine the top coat, which is a scratch-free diamond top coat. And like when you apply on your client, 4 weeks after when she return, it completely shiny. You can just apply a layer of top coat on this, and it will seal, it will stick onto the nude around the chrome, and it will fully trap the chrome design onto the nail, and it will not come off. Now, the problem is if your client requests to keep the background matte and the design to be chrome, to be shiny, that's when the problem started. Because what most people will want to do is they will want to take out shine top coat, okay? And then they will take out a coloring brush because it's hold top coat very well, and they would trace onto the chrome. Well, guess what? It would chip because the top coat just sit on top of the chrome. So in order for you to keep the background matte, either you have to seal the edge, which on this nail you seal around the edge right here, which is easy. But imagine this design where you have to trace each individual chrome detail and then go out on the edge too. It will make part of the nude shiny, right? See the shiny part right here? Well, that's unattractive. So coverage is an issue when it comes to chroming just the design and leave the background matte. Also visuality, because you cannot see anything. Everything is shiny. If you were going to do this, you're not gonna know, are you completely cover everything already, or do you missing some spot? You couldn't tell. You will work completely blind because everything is shiny. So that is when I have a way to do it that will make it all perfect. And that is by using a favorite Teflon mat. Now, I take it out and make sure that it's well dusted. Every fine dust is completely eliminated. And then after that, I apply Teflon matte all over the design. And that would make it completely matte, even the chrome. So when it comes to this step, what chrome you use is important because I have very high quality chrome. And when I apply matte on it, it doesn't ruin my chrome. Some chrome, when you apply on, it will be glittery when you apply a matte on, but not with this chrome. It's completely shiny. Now, I'm killing this 60 seconds. And after 60 seconds, when I take it out, it will solve all my problem. See, now I know that the edge of each gold chrome is completely sealed. Everything is sealed. See, if I use shine to just cover each individual gold part, it'll be a hot mess. Visuality or coverage, it'll be a hot mess. So shine first is impractical. That's why I use Teflon matte first. And that is the reason why I use Teflon matte. Because top coat are gripping onto Teflon matte very well. While sometimes auto matte, if it's velvet, then top coat might shrink on it. While Teflon matte is amazing to use top coat on. And you can see now, not only you know that it's completely sealed and covered, if you spot any part of it are shiny still, that means it haven't been sealed. So you can add on top coat. So you don't work blind doing this. You can see that everything turned matte. You can check all the corner, make sure it's completely matte. All the gold chrome is matte, and now you don't have to worry that it's gonna chip because it's been sealed. So you just have to remember that on a full nail or on a chrome design nail, the parameter of the chrome, as long as the edge are not sealed, it will come up. So as long as you seal the edge, you are good to go. Now, on a full cover nail, that is from a different lesson. The problem is when people scratch their nail, the protection come up. When you send a client home with a stiletto nail set and they come back and it's all round, it's because they scratch subconsciously and it destroying the edge. And that is when the protection is gone and the whole thing peel up. So on that lesson, I have a solution for that specific problem. But we have a different problem here. We don't have to worry about the edge of the chrome coming up. We're not talking about this edge. Because remember, it's a design now. It's not the whole nail. So we're talking about these edge around each chrome stroke right here. The outer layer of it, the edge of it. Your client cannot file the edge up. So that's good. You no longer need any trick to solve that problem. You can just apply top coat. But the problem over here is how to keep the background completely matte and clean and then make the chrome shiny. And that absolutely not from applying top coat directly on raw chrome. You matte that first. Now I take sanded top coat, which is amazing, and curling brush because it can hold top coat very well. You see, when you use a liner brush, it just use a line. When you apply onto the nail, it will take forever for you to completely reshine this. That's why I use curling brush, because it can hold top coat for me from start to finish. Now, when I trade shine onto the matte chrome, a lot of people can get nervous because they would think that it will take forever. Let me zoom out. They would think that it would take forever because they misunderstood the shining process at the sealing process. They think they have to be very thoroughly, they have to cover the chrome completely toward the edge and everything, but that's not the case. You're not sealing it. It's already been sealed with matte. See that? So this, what you're doing is just to reshine it. It's just for the look. So you can be brief. And the reason why it can be brief, because if you miss out on any detail, you couldn't see it. Because if you can see it, then you already put top coat on it, right? So whatever you can see or your client cannot see is not a problem. If you really zoom in, I'm sure that along these edges right here, I have some that are still matte, right? Like maybe this part right here. You see this little corner right here? It's still a little matte, but your client don't see it. So that is why when it comes to the shining process, be brief. It's like painting it on instead of sealing it. Because a sealing, when people want to seal, they tend to put a lot of top coat. Because that's in the mentality, is the more top coat on, you can keep your chrome. But no, not the amount of top coat. It's the edge. And that's why I apply Teflon matte first, because it eliminates all the problem. And now my chrome is back to being shiny and fabulous. And the design look completely clean. It doesn't even look like it's been sealed. It look like background is matte, and then I just have some chrome on it, and it's fabulous like that. But now you already see all my steps. You know that I apply matte first, and then I trace back with shine, and that is my method to keep this lasting forever. Now, the reason why I have this lesson, let's kill this for 60 seconds. When I tell people to apply matte first and then trace back with shine, they do it. It's fabulous. Their chrome doesn't chips. Their client are happy. So that's why they obey the rule. That doesn't mean that they understand the rule. In a 1-minute video, you couldn't explain all that. You can only tell them what to do. Apply matte first, and then trace back with shine. But that's why I have this video, for you to understand why I apply matte first, because it's very important. And sometimes when people ask me, well, Tino, instead of applying a matte layer first, can I just take shine and trace on the chrome? I already know that they did not understand why I apply matte. And sometimes when people question it but don't ask me, sometimes they just skip the matte and then they chrome chip. And they don't know why. They don't know why they chip. So now you know how important that matte layer is. It's because it is impractical to use shine to trace on the chrome design. You have to trace it with matte first, because that will keep the background matte. Since that's our issue, is our client want to keep the background matte and then the chrome shine. Because if they want everything to be shiny, that's easy. You just apply a coat of this on all over, and then you be done. But if they want the background matte, that's how you do it. You apply matte completely on and then trace back with shiny chrome, shine top coat. And I will show you how to navigate my website. So if you're looking for Teflon matte, then its home is right onto gel polish and top coat. So you click on it, and it's right into the top coat right here. Click into top coat, and Teflon matte is right here. If you want to be quick and fast, then you go to the top. There is a new and popular category. I put in new arrival item. I also put in popular item, and Teflon matte is in there somewhere. Right here. Okay. So I know that a lot of people also use the search bar, but if you click onto Teflon matte on the search bar and nothing pop up, it's because it's sold out. When an item sold out, it don't appear on the search bar. You have to manually find it. So you click in here and you see it's sold out. It's out of stock. You can either keep checking on it, or you can put it in your email, and when it's back in stock, it will email you. Oh, and Metal Effect Gel. Metal Effect Gel is in Gel Effect category. And this is my first category too, by the way, and there it is. But I mostly use the search bar just because it's quick and easy. And my chrome, I have a chrome category, and as you know, chrome make a difference. Mine is have very small particle, so it's not gonna become glittery for you. And solid chrome is right here. And of course, I will have another lesson for 3D. Anytime that you have Chrome for 3D, that present a different problems. So that lesson will be separate. This lesson is separate. The full cover, make sure you check that out. It's very important. And this is how you secure Chrome design. And don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube at Tinovo. And everything I use today is available at www.tinovo.shop. And until next time, bye-bye.